Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I'm always glad to be here, but I can't believe the week has gone so quickly. I've set myself a little bit of a challenge this week. I'm going to be using my Rockwell 2C. Lovely razor, very heavy, and I've popped in a feather blade. But I'm also going to be using my Joseph Rodgers straight razor, and I'm going to see if I can get as close on one side of my face with the straight razor as I can with the safety razor on the other side of my face. And I'll tell you more about that as we go along. I'm going to be using my Abata y La Mancha soap tonight, banana and coconut. Now, for those of you that saw my mail call video, you'll have been expecting me to use the Lucky Tiger liquid cream shaving soap. Now, I have it here and I've been a bit unlucky this week. I've never used this before, and it is a liquid cream. It's very liquid. So I was in here on Tuesday night just trying to work out how much I would need, and I put some on my face and it started to burn a little bit. So I washed it off straight away. Now I know further problems, but I need to test that out a little bit more. I love, as you know, the Lucky Tiger aftershave, and the scent profiles are the same ingredients, so perhaps I'm slightly allergic to some of the chemicals that make this a cream rather than a soap. Anyway, that will warrant further investigation. So after that I thought, well, do you know what, I'm going to use my Razor Rock Caribbean Holiday, which was also sent to me by Mark very kindly, and I used that yesterday, and I'm afraid I reacted really badly to that. Some of you will have seen the picture I posted in the Facebook group, but my face swelled, I was very red, it burned, I had welts, my skin completely discoloured. I couldn't touch my face about 6 hours after the shave, and yet strangely during the shave there were no indications that anything untoward was occurring. So it's a very strange experience. I'm learning that in shaving sometimes that happens. Thankfully it is only occasionally. I contacted Razor Rock today and just let them know that I had a few issues, and they did get back to me and ask a few questions. They said that nobody else had reported this with the Caribbean Holiday, so perhaps I'm the only one. Who knows? It's a shame because it was a lovely soap. There's good stuff in it, so I think perhaps I was just allergic to some of the fragrance ingredients that they use. So I'm using a soap today that I know that I'm not going to have any issues with. And I think that is quite enough. Now I'm doing the dual shave, or the shave with two razors, because I was contacted by one of my viewers during the week, but on the Shave Den forum, or through the Shave Den forum, and the gentleman asked he said, I'm using a straight razor, I'm quite new to it and I'm not getting as close as I do with a safety razor. And he asked if I had any tips. And to be honest, I didn't have any tips. And I didn't feel able to advise him, partly because on that forum there are straight razor shavers that have been shaving for donkey's years with a straight razor, so I kind of didn't feel sufficiently qualified, if you like, to give advice on that. And also because sometimes when I use a straight, well, quite often when I use a straight, I don't get as close with the straight as I do with a safety razor. But Major Domo is the username of that gentleman on that forum. And I'd just like to say thank you, sir, if you're watching, because you've really made me think about how I use the straight razor and how I might get a better shave. And I know some of you guys are experimenting with using straight razors. So that's the reason why I'm doing this sort of half and half shave. It's just a bit of fun really, but I bought props and everything today. So I'm going to start on this side of my face with the straight razor, and I'm starting there first because I want the soap to remain wet. There we are. Now that I've started, I can pop my glasses on and I can see you a little bit better. There we go. God, it's wonderful, isn't it, when you put your glasses on? You ladies and gentlemen that don't wear them, you've got no idea. Now I'm going really careful here. And I'm trying very hard to put very, very little pressure on my neck. For two reasons. Obviously, you don't want to be putting a lot of pressure on your neck with a straight razor, it will make you sore. But the other reason is that my neck on both sides is incredibly sore from the burns that I had off the soap last night, so just going to be really careful. And take it easy now. Some of you, I'm sure, realise that I'm not very experienced with a straight razor. My technique might look okay, but I've only really been shaving with a straight for just over a year. My first straight razor shave was December 2016, and I'll pop a link in the description for this video to my first shave in case you haven't seen it. I must admit, I looked back on it the other day and what a difference to how I shave now. This is the area that I find most difficult to get smooth, around my chin. There we are, so half of my face is done. And I'm just wiping my razor on my wet flannel here. And I'm going with the Rockwell with the feather blade. It's on setting 3. It is obviously so much easier with a safety razor, but I am trying, just like I did with the straight, to put no pressure on my skin at all, and just to let the weight of the razor and the sharpness of the blade cut through the hair. Do you know, I'm mostly a Saturday shaver with my straight razor. And over the last few months, I've had extreme difficulty bringing my straight razor back to being shave ready. I've really had a hard time with that. When you start honing your razors, to me, and I've said it before, it was like Alice falling down a rabbit hole. It was a whole new world. So I'm really not as experienced as it might seem. And I must admit, I shave with a straight razor because I enjoy the challenge of it. I think it is really a great thing. And hopefully one day I'll be really accomplished at it, but I feel that that day is quite a way off. Now, I said I bought props, didn't I? I have a pencil to represent the straight razor. This is the spine, this is the blade, this is the bevel on the razor, and this is the apex, the sharp bit. And what I think is that I'm sure the old cliche is true, that practice makes perfect. But what I think we're trying to achieve with the straight razor, the same as any razor, is getting the right angle. So if I hold it on the box, I think you move the spine away from your face until the bevel lies flat against your skin and the sharp apex of the razor is able to cut the hair off. And I think that finding that angle is key, and obviously that is the very difficult bit, because you're trying to do that and make adjustments not on a flat box but on your face with all the curves and contours that you've got. And also you're trying to adjust the razor just with your fingers and the thumb, you know, very slight modifications to the angle. Also, I suppose, certainly for my razors, but you might have a razor that has been honed for you, and perhaps the person that did that didn't use any tape, or maybe used one layer of tape, or sometimes I've got a Wade and Butcher, a much bigger razor than this, and it's honed with 2 layers of tape because it's a full wedge. And what that means is for each of my razors, the angle of the bevel is slightly different from razor to razor. It's, you know, not all the same. I suppose a safety razor is just like that. Different razors mean you have to adjust and get a slightly different angle. So I know that's not going to help anybody achieve a better shave, but you know, I've been really thinking about that question this week, and that is why I think sometimes I get a good shave, I just happen to get it right, and other times I don't get such a good shave is because I don't quite get that angle. I must admit though, I don't stress over it. Whatever shave I get, that's it. So I'm actually going to start this side now and come across my face. And I must tell you tonight, I'm not looking for BBS, I'm just looking for a really comfortable shave, and then I will compare both sides. As I said, I've got to be just careful because I'm really sore from yesterday. So I am literally, I'm putting no pressure on here at all. But you can hear on this when I get the angle right. And obviously, as I go up the curve in my neck, it changes. Now I can tell you, it's a lot easier to change angle with a safety razor effectively than it is with a straight. I think so anyway. So I'm going to continue going across from here. I may have just caught under there. You know, I'm trying really hard again, just not to put pressure on this blade. Can I just say as well that with regard to honing my straight razors, I have 2 stones. Well, I have 3, but 2 of them are both at 12k. But I have an 8K stone and a 12K stone, essentially. And I've found out recently, because I've joined a razor honing group on Facebook. Have I written down the name? Straight Razor Honing. And I've had some great help on there from people that really are experienced. Of course, the thing about the groups is, and all these experienced people, is that they don't always do the same thing, or they don't always hone a razor in the same way. So sometimes, as a relative beginner, or certainly a beginner to honing, you can get conflicting advice and not quite know what to do. But I have to say, it is a very good site to be a member of. And one of the senior members posted up a video the other day, and I'll include a link to that video because I found it really useful. It's really helped me bring this razor. This is a Neil wedge. I've been trying to get it sharp, but this method, this two-stone method, really worked, and I've got that sharp and I'm shaving with it, so, you know, wonderful. Do you know, I love this soap. It's coconut and bananas, it's got menthol in it. Not that you can smell the menthol, but it just really numbs the face. And but the scent is beautiful. Just add a drop of water to that. Oh, it's nice to have a problem-free shave. I'll tell you, last night my face was out here. It was so bad. I felt really sick as well with it, and a bit flu-like. It was nasty. But as I said, just one of those things. Now, this is an area where I'm not always entirely successful because my hair seems to grow everywhere in that little bit there. And I must say I'd like to go that way with a straight razor. Now it's easy to do that, isn't it, with a safety razor, just and it's there. But I must say with a straight, it is an entirely different put a drop of water on that. It's getting a little bit dry. Really? There we are, that will suffice. And I'll continue across now with the Rockwell. You know, you wouldn't know that there was a feather razor in here. It really is a very nice shave. I personally find the handle a little bit heavy, but there you are, you see, I could just do with going up that line with the straight razor. Now, quite how you would hold the razor to get up that line, I'm not sure. And I can feel just by running my finger up that I could really do with that. And, well, I guess there's no... You know, especially if you're learning, there's no hardship in just finishing off with the safety razor and having a little touch up. Now, don't forget, I tell you what, my neck is sore from yesterday, jeez. So let's feel. So both sides I could have done a little better there. The moustache area is quite good. I seem to have missed a tiny little bit there. And it's a little bit better that side. Now on my face, this side is better, the straight razor side. That is definitely a lot smoother. It's just really here where the difference is. And around my chin, well, actually it feels about the same both sides. Now on my neck, this side is really good. It's really good. I can maybe do just there, just a little there. You know, it's so hard, isn't it? Getting up all the hair and getting BBS, which is why I never bother trying. Same here, I could just do that a little bit there, but perhaps there's a little bit more there that I've missed than this side. So I guess all in all, it's not conclusive. One is not better than the other. It's just a different shave. I shall continue shaving on a Saturday with my straight razors. I think to get really good with one, maybe you would need to shave with it for, I don't know, 30 days straight or something like that. In fact, that's the title for a video, isn't it? 30 days straight. Maybe I'll do that as an extra. But then I couldn't do it. Forget it. I'm thinking too hard about that. Now I am going to put on some Lucky Tiger aftershave and face tonic. Now this is really, really nice stuff. I love this. It's fantastic for your face. So I'm really disappointed that the liquid shave cream burned slightly. It smells exactly the same as the aftershave. It's just a very light orangey scent. It's got witch hazel in it, it's got all good stuff in it. Now my face is stinging a little bit there, so I've obviously got really quite close. Now I don't know about you all, but I find that once my skin has settled down a little bit after the shave, all those little bits that I missed, they feel much better, they feel much smoother, and that's the primary reason why I don't chase the BBS. Now I was going to say, wasn't I, you've still got a week left to take part in the giveaway, but you'll have to do that on last week's video. So I have the razor, the brush, the soap, the pre-shave and the blades all packed up in this little box ready to go, and I will announce the winner next week. And I just want to say that I have 2 ladies taking part in the draw, and if you're watching this and you're a woman, you're welcome to take part in the draw. The Ever-Ready single-edged razor is, in my opinion, a wonderful razor for anybody. Now, I'm very pleased that I've had 71 of you express an interest and say I'm in, which has blown me away, so thank you very much. It's very gratifying to know that I am doing something right after all. So that's my shave. I hope you have a good week. All the best to you, and I'll see you very shortly for another shave at Friendship Shaving. Bye bye now. Take care.